welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners, Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Earlier in the season, the Charlotte Hornets ended up losing their last game in this matchup. It's the Warriors. So far, no luck against this team. They dropped both of the games in the previous two matchups this season.
And hard to say whether it was the game plan defensively that let them down or just the inability to really bring the fire on that side of the ball.
And guys, it was a bit befuddling to me as to why they stuck with it. I mean, they dug themselves a hole and couldn't find the tweaks they needed to get out of it.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Hornets, we've got Zeller. Marvin Williams is out there with Batum. And there's Kemba Walker. And it's Lee in the two-guard spot. Williams with the steal. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
And so the ball out of bounds. Bogut touched it last.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
For Charlotte, they've gotten their first three shots to go in for him to start off this game. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
5 to shoot. To the paint. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Bogut.
That's 2 unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnover.
And one thing you can't do is string together those kinds of possessions. It can snowball in a hurry.
And Kerr is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that, could you?
He probably just thrown on as a broadcaster and rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
No. And so it's Charlotte with it. The Warriors making the shot. Shot by Zeller, no good. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Thompson with it, and Zeller picks him up defensively. And Thompson kicks to Livingston. Golden State moving the ball around. And here's Green outside. No luck. Great D that time from Batum. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Iguodala, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Hornets.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
And both free throws good for Nicholas Batum.
And Steve Clifford might not be the most famous coach in the NBA, but he has plenty of experience, and everyone in the league knows exactly how well versed he is as a coach.
Just 5 on the clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Iguodala no good.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep.
And Clifford in his 3rd year now as a head coach, Greg. That experience you were just talking about. He has 29 years of coaching under his belt. And he's a Van Gundy disciple. Clark was on the coaching staff for both brothers.
Yeah, and he's been with a lot of teams, Kevin. 13 seasons as an assistant for the Lakers. Rockets, Magic, and Knicks.
Charlotte making a switch here. Lamb's checked in. Wide open. And the Hornets miss again. Warriors trailed by 5. Deep 2 from Rush. And again, no good by Golden State.
Well, that's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
Daniels dishes to Jefferson. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounce ability.
Speight kicks to Clark, and he banks in the layup. Clark's got his first 2 points of the night.
Crisp pass into the paint.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
There's 10 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Barbosa for 3. No luck. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's Charlotte. They're up by 5. Stay with us as we... Get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, what do you think?
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another as intense as I've seen.
Yeah, nice job helping out on the rotations and drives, doing really good work at the defensive end.
Spencer Hawes.
On the floor for Charlotte. Spencer Hawes out there with Jeremy Lamb. Then it's Jeremy Lin. And it's Daniels in the 3. Now here's Thompson. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark with the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
They set the pick. Lin the pass to Gutierrez. Charlotte moving it around. Lin with it. Now Green defending. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Poked loose. It's stolen by Bogut. The pass to Livingston. Thompson dishes to Bogut. Back to Thompson. Right side, Green. That's tipped. It's stolen by Lamb. Here's Lynn. And he gets it to go.
Assisted.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Good on the shot, and with that, the Charlotte lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Green. Outside, Lynn. On the wing, Daniels. And Lamb kicks to Daniels. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
And the Warriors making a change here. Rush is checked in. The shot by Zeller, no good. Last outing for Golden State, it was a loss to the Rockets in Houston.
You know what? A lot of three-pointers, but for me, more so, it was the shot selection on those three-pointers. I just felt like they were just too trigger-happy from downtown.
You know, Greg, sometimes you're able to shoot your way out of a slump, but they just kept making things worse. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
Clock at 6. Williams can't get it to go. Warriors have gotten 4 of the first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Thompson is double. Green inside the three-point line. Misses off the right iron.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked. Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Walker goes in. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Hornets leading by 7. Three-pointer. That drops.
3 points.
Walker's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Hornets.
Great outside shooting fueling this run.
And the D is getting bombarded. They haven't been able to slow them down the least bit. Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
Kemba Walker.
He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Here's Batum. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Courtney Lee.
Batum's got 7 points. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Again, the miss by Thompson. Last outing for Charlotte was a loss to the Heat in Miami.
Yeah, I had the chills watching that. It really was a nightmare defensively for them when you go into that building and get punished by some very hot shooting.
They didn't challenge the shooters. They didn't defend the shooters like they should have. And once the fans got into it and the arena started ramping up and cranking up, it was over.
That'll do it for the first half. Hornets lead by 14. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.